In 1976, Edward T. Hall developed the iceberg analogy of culture. If the culture of a society was an iceberg, Hall reasoned, there are some aspects visible above the water, but there is a larger portion hidden beneath the surface. This means that the external or conscious parts of culture, what we can see, is the tip of the iceberg and includes behaviors and some beliefs. The internal or subconscious part of culture is below the surface of a society and includes some beliefs and values and thought patterns that underlie behavior. The cultural iceberg analogy is a concept used to illustrate the various layers of culture and the different aspects that may be visible or hidden to people from a different cultural background. It is a useful tool to help understand the complexity of culture and the different levels at which it operates. Here is how the analogy breaks down. The visible part of culture, above the waterline, represents the aspects of culture that are readily observable and easily identifiable to individuals from other cultures. These include things like clothing, food, language, art, music, and some visible behaviors. These elements are easily noticed and may be the first things people associate with a particular culture. The invisible part of culture, below the waterline, refers to the deeper and less apparent aspects of culture. It includes values, beliefs, norms, traditions, assumptions, worldviews, communication styles, and other underlying elements that influence how people within a culture behave and interpret the world around them. These aspects are often deeply ingrained and may not be immediately apparent to others. The analogy suggests that just like with an iceberg, the most profound and influential aspects of culture are hidden below the surface. Failing to recognize or understand these underlying elements can lead to misunderstandings, misinterpretations, and conflicts when interacting with individuals from different cultural backgrounds. To build effective cross-cultural communication and understanding, it is crucial to explore and appreciate the various layers of culture represented by the iceberg. Being aware of the cultural differences that exist beneath the surface can foster empathy, respect, and cooperation in multicultural settings. Edward Hall suggested that the only way to learn the internal culture of others is to actively participate in them. When one first enters a new culture, only the most overt behaviors are apparent. As one spends more time in that new culture, the underlying beliefs, values, and thought patterns that indicate that behavior will be uncovered. What this model teaches us is that we cannot judge a new culture based only on what we see when we first enter it. We must take time to get to know individuals from that culture and interact with them. Only by doing so, we can uncover the values and beliefs that underlie the behavior of that society. Do you want to know how the cultural iceberg model is used in research? Then visit our project website and find out how culture below the surface is made visible and insightful through various forms of research.